The Dark Lord has laid his eyes on me. Matt from Matt on Books has tagged me in this Small Booktube tag, and I'm very, very grateful to be doing this. I saw the notification. I was very, very, very happy that he tagged me. I really love his channel, so big props to you, Matt, and I can't wait to have some chats very soon. So the first question in this tag is to introduce yourself. Well, most of you guys know, my name's Archer. This is my channel, Archer's World of Literature. Reading is my biggest hobby in life. And I've really enjoyed starting Booktube and starting to talk to people. My other huge passions in life are music, and with music I like a huge array of genres, mainly hip-hop, K-pop, and metal, and like punk rock music as well. So I really like Twice, BTS, Stray Kids, Bring Me the Horizon, Machine Gun Kelly, XXXTentacion, Lil Peep, all those guys. I also really enjoy writing. I'm actually in the middle, or not middle, like pretty much the very start of writing a full-length novel. I'm trying to get at least like 60,000 words, so minimum like a novella. But I'd love to get it into a novel. I'm sort of trying to do some like literary fiction and stuff. I've said it before, but like mixing like Dostoevsky and Murakami, and then also like Hanya Yanagihara sort of all together. That's kind of what my influences for writing. And then I'm also really big into poetry now these days. So I've been writing a couple poems every day, and I think before my book comes out, my first published work is hopefully going to be next year under Jaden the Street Poets independent publishing house that's supporting all of the people in the DeGrave Circle, which is our like kind of like underground independent writing collective in Melbourne. And that publishing house is called Backshed Press. And I'm hoping to get a poetry book as my first published work later next year as my first published work. So yeah, books, reading, music, and writing are sort of my jam. That's me. I work at a library, so that's quite fitting. Yeah, no, I live in Melbourne, Australia. I grew up in like the hills of Australia. So like if you're not from Australia, the hills are like sort of like country kind of, or like mountain kind of suburbs. And then only in like the last year and a half or so, I've moved out to live in the city, the big city of Melbourne, which I spent most of my time. I'd always catch the train here as a kid and stuff, and I just love spending my time in the city, and I think it's just full of culture and full of diverse people, and that's what I really like about it. And I love shopping and going to bookshops and stuff like that. So I wanted to be there, so I moved to Melbourne. That's kind of a brief introduction about myself. So now on to the next question. How long have you been on Booktube? I've been on Booktube roughly around nearly exactly 3 months. I think my first video was on like the 1st or 2nd of October. I asked for a camera for my birthday, for my grandparents, so I could start this channel. The plan was in the works for a couple of months prior to me starting the channel. But yeah, then I got the camera for my birthday, and I sort of got the courage to make that first video. So I've been on here 3 months. And yeah, that's me. Haven't been around all that much longer, but I'm planning on sticking around for as long as I can think of. So I'm loving my time here. So the next question is, what type of videos do you make? I think that it's pretty much, Matt actually said this in his video when he got tagged, just the same as everyone else, right? I mean, just with my kind of personal spin on it and stuff. I mainly do like book reviews and stuff, book hauls, reading updates, that kind of thing. I mean, that's pretty typical. I've started a live stream series, which some of you guys may know, called The Page Turner, where I like to have conversations with other YouTubers. I'm planning on doing a in-person series, like an interview series with some of the people that I know in real life in Melbourne who create art and write and have YouTube channels of their own, mainly focusing on their creative process. I'm going to be getting together with some of my in-person friends to talk about creative processes and stuff like that. But yeah, apart from that, I do a couple list videos here and there, sort of like top 10s and stuff. But yeah, adding my own sort of spin on it, I suppose. Sort of trying to mix, get classic literature popping as much as fantasy is at the moment on Booktube. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. Next up is, what do you love about Booktube? If you see me looking down, I've got the list down here. I know I jump around a lot, like, God, I must be really annoying to watch, but what do I love about Booktube? Primarily, like, from starting this from day one, has been you guys, people who watch me, the viewers, all the people who comment, all the people who chat to me on the Discord, just the social and community engagement and finding people who actually read. Like, I've got a couple of people who read, that I can talk to in real life, but, as we sort of all work and we're all working people, when we get home from work, a lot of us have like our own creative projects that we're doing at night, like writing and filming, etc., things like that. And so we get to talk about books every now and then, but just to be able to quickly like access some messages between a bunch of new people is just super, super nice. And I've really loved all of you guys have been super supportive. On top of that, the creators themselves in Booktube, firstly, they're the inspiration for me starting the channel, like finding all these amazing channels and just, really kind and sincere people that are interested in the same things that I am. Watching their channels inspired me to start this. I couldn't have asked for a better community of creators to really help build everyone up, no matter how small they are. Like, for instance, this Small Booktube Tag, like Matt's, got a slightly bigger channel than me, and I watch his videos all the time, and it's just like everyone helping each other, and I absolutely love that. So that is what I love about Booktube. What type of books do you read? So most of you guys know I read classic literature and fantasy books, and I also delve into modern sort of contemporary literary fiction and stuff like that. But my channel primarily is classics and fantasy because I bounce around genres. I didn't want to like make this channel just like everything, because I feel like that it would get sort of colluded with too much themes, and just I wouldn't really have a clear focus. But because fantasy and classics are my two big ones, they're what I read, and there's a lot of content and a lot of themes, a lot of discussion and conversation that can be taken out of those two genres of books or two forms of literature. That's what I've chosen to make this channel about. Some of my favorite authors, Charles Dickens, Fyodor Dostoevsky, James Joyce, and then in the fantasy realm of things, George R.R. Martin, Tolkien, of course. Very basic answers, I know, but surprisingly, this channel is fantasy based, right? But I haven't actually delved that much into fantasy. You see, like, all these fantasy books, majority of them I haven't read because, like I said, I got a bad book buying problem. But I know that I'm going to like those authors because I've watched all those people I mentioned before. I've watched their reviews and their tastes align with me. So I get these books and I just haven't had time to read them yet. So that's why my fantasy author favorites are quite basic. Haruki Murakami is one of my favorite authors of all time in the contemporary literary fiction space. But yeah, they're kind of my favorite authors and the type of books I like to read. The final question is, what is your favorite video that you've made so far? So for me, it's actually quite a recent one. It wasn't my most popular video on the channel, but for me, it was my favorite to actually edit, and I was really happy with the final project. And that was my 12 books, 12 friends video. So it was by 12 friends were picking my TBR for 2023. So in that video, I actually got 12 of my friends that I know in person that are into reading, and I asked them for their favorite book ever, or one of their favorite books if they couldn't choose. And I assigned each person's book a random month in 2023 for my TBR. And then I'm going to do a wrap-up video where I sort of Zoom call all 12 of those people just for a couple of minutes to just quickly talk about my thoughts with them. And then I'll upload like a finale episode or a wrap-up 12 Friends, 12 Books series video this time next year. So that's probably my favorite video because I really like inserting all these people I know. They've either got YouTube channels, they've got Instagram pages, they've got published works, they've got poetry, they've got artwork, all those things. So they're really, really cool people. So I really enjoyed putting up their profiles in there and shouting them out and just sharing that video with them because I really like I said, this whole community thing of building everyone up. And these people have been established before I even came into their lives, so I'm really grateful for them. So if I can help bring other people up and vice versa, I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that. So the final thing to do for this tag video is to tag other small booktubers. Now, as Matt said, I'm going to go with what he was sort of doing, and that was considering small as under 1,000 subscribers, which was like my channel is under 1,000 subs. So for this video, I'm going to tag Sky from Sky Talks Books. Sky Talks Books is a really awesome booktuber who's been really, really supportive of me since like day one of my channel, right? She does like classic sort of reviews. I think she's got some fantasy here and there as well. And then actually also like reading vlogs and stuff, and just, you know, lifestyle reading updates, kind of similar to things that I've done. But she has recently just started doing these like video essays on like just different really like head spinning and like topics, and like really topics that really make you think. And she's made these amazing videos that are filled with research about sort of literary topics, and so definitely go and check her out. And then I'm also going to tag Derry from Derry's read it before. She has also been super supportive. Derry jumped into my Discord a couple of weeks ago and we started chatting straight away. Derry is a Robin Hobb fanatic, and so instantly she was just like, you know, when you're reading Robin Hobb, if there's anything you don't understand, text me, let me know, I'm going to help you out. She is a Robin Hobb expert, and you can find all that kind of content on her channel as well. So definitely go and sub to both of those people, because they've been really supportive of me, my channel, so like commenting on my page, messaging me privately on Discord or Instagram or anything like that. So those two have been really supportive of me. So I'm going to tag both of those guys. If you've got time to do it, do it. If you don't have time to do it, maybe, you know, do it another time, or I'm leaving that up to you guys. But yeah, thank you to the both of you for being so supportive. It means a lot coming from other up-and-coming booktubers. So yeah, so that's been my tag. Thank you so much again to Matt from Matt on Books. It means the world just to be tagged in anything. Like, I was like, oh my god, it's kind of like this weird thing where it's like, oh, now I know I've made it. Like, I've sort of made it into the little sphere of booktubers and stuff. So in saying that, I encourage anyone, I've said it before and I'm going to say it forever, anyone that's watching this video, if you've got an iPhone, if you've got a camera, if you've got a MacBook, if you've got an old recording device, anything, you should, and you want to start a channel. Like, you just go for your dreams, and I'm telling you, the creators like me and, you know, Matt on Books and Derry and Sky, all these people, and the audience, especially around Booktube, is very supportive. Very supportive from like the first day, like the get-go. So I'm telling you, you won't regret it. So pursue your dreams. I'll be there to support you guys as well. If you want to do it, if you want any advice on how to start a channel or anything like that, you can always contact me as well. I'll be very happy to do that. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks again, Matt. And as I always like to say, keep reading and peace out.